this series we're going to continue with component level modeling and show you a few more ways you can manipulate vertices on an object. I'm going to start with a polygon sphere. I'm going to go to Mesh Smooth, which is going to make it a lot denser. I might even take that to a level of 2. And then I'm going to just scale this up. Now what I want to show you first is something called Soft Select. And to get to that, if you double click on the Move tool, you'll get the tool panel. Now, I've gone over some of this in other tutorials, but I want to jump down to Soft Selection. And what Soft Selection does when it is checked is it will create an area of influence around a selected vertex. And when you move that selected vertex, I'm going to go right click and hit vertex. So as I move that vertex, it moves everything else with it. This is set for parent. I want to make this to component, so it's kind of coming perpendicular to the face there. And I want to turn on Soft Select, and you notice some color difference happened all of a sudden. What is that about? Well, the max influence, meaning if something is yellow, if I move this vertex 1 unit, it's going to move anything that's yellow 1 unit. The red is at 50%, so if I move this vertex at 1 unit, anything that's red is going to be half a unit. Anything that's black is no unit. And the entire range here is determined by your fall off radius. So that's why I scaled this up in the beginning. It was about, the whole sphere was about 2 units. So I'm going to take this fall off radius down, and as you do it, you'll see that circle. Anything inside this circle where the color changes is anything that will be influenced. So things around the edge will be influenced just a little bit, things in the middle halfway, and this will be full influence. Even though I select a single vertex, as I pull this, you'll kind of see how the vertices around it are also manipulated. Let's grab a plane here, and let's give it several divisions here. So I'm going to select the vertex now and do the same thing and pull that up. And if I look at that inside the side view, notice that this curve matches this curve. So that's what we're talking about. Even though I pulled this, the influence goes out in all directions, but it kind of fades the further we get out. You can use this to select multiple or even groups and operate those all together, and they all will have that fall off. You can manipulate the fall off. There's some presets. This is just the default curve. There's a stair step one that's kind of interesting, and here's one that has different levels of up and down. But you kind of see what that's about. Now the shortcut key for this soft select function feature is B. So if I hit B, that'll toggle that on and off. And I've had students before who are modeling and who haven't been introduced to soft select yet, and they accidentally hit B, maybe controlling a brush size or something somewhere else, and they start modeling. They're like, what the heck's going on? I messed up I don't know what I'm doing. And so the way to get out of that, if it ever happens, of course, is just to come into Tool Settings, deselect. If you ever want to use it, that's great too. Okay, so that's Soft Select. I'm going to bring back just a sphere. We're going to smooth this again. I'm just going to give myself a lot of divisions here. And the next tool I want to show you is also in the tool settings for the move, and it is your Symmetry Settings. So if I'm modeling something like a face, and suppose my positive X is where I want the nose to be. I can begin the left side is going to be very similar to the right side. And so on my symmetry sections, and I look down here, I see that's the Z, and that's positive Z, negative Z. We want to turn on symmetry for object Z. So now when I begin to select vertices here, you notice how they're reflected on both sides. And I could create a large nose, I could recess eyes. Now there are other tools that do this sort of thing, sculpting tools, but I just wanted to introduce, and they do it a lot better. But the idea that you can use these reflection settings, and I'm using this in conjunction with Soft Select, so if I want a really tight radius here, I could take my radius down, and so that's a very surface level introduction to Soft Select and Symmetry. I just want to let you guys know that they are there, and make sure they're off when you don't need them. And in the next video, I want to take a look at a few more things in the modeling toolkit. So please join me there. Thanks.